Hey guys, it's Bridget with Sandy Seed Company, and we're here in the garden, and I'm going to be talking about planting fall planted corms, or sometimes called bulbs, specifically Ranunculus and Freesias. Beautiful plants. And when are you going to plant them? In the fall here in zone 9 and 10. Now there's one thing that is very confusing that people mess up all the time with planting Ranunculus and Freesias in the fall in zone 9 and 10. And I'm going to go over it in this video because I don't want you to make the same mistake. And if you bought Ranunculus or Freesias from us, I don't want you to waste, or if you got them anywhere, it doesn't matter. I don't want you to waste your money. So make sure you stick around so you learn what it is that you need to do and not do with your Ranunculus and Freesias planted in the fall in zone 9 and 10. If you watch this whole video, you're going to know how to take Ranunculus or Freesias out of storage or from the package that you purchased them in, get them planted, when to plant them, what you need to do as far as soaking or not soaking, pre-sprouting or not pre-sprouting, what you need to plant them in, how you need to take care of them, and basically everything you need to know to get them from the corm to the beautiful blooms that you want in your garden. Can I get some water for my pots? Go get me some water. Okay, thanks, Papas. I love you too. I love you so much. Okay, sorry. What is a corm and why do you care? I feel like that's cute. What is corm? Why do you care? Anyways, so corms are underground growing structures. A bulb is a structure that has some leafy material on it. Neither of these have any leafy material on them. They're both underground storage units. But a lot of the times you will see the term bulb and corm are used interchanged, and that's okay. You don't really need to differentiate the two. What's important to know is that both of these are storage units for your plants to grow. Now again, this is a Ranunculus. It's got the funny little fingers on it, and this is a Freesia. The most important thing that you cannot mess up with these two is that Ranunculus specifically need to be soaked first. They have to be rehydrated. And you can see I've got them in a little plastic bin here. And you really don't want them in there for more than really 6 hours because they will drown. There's no oxygen. I've had these in here for about 2 hours. That's enough. I'm gonna actually plant them. Whereas Freesias, you don't soak. And the reason being is if you soak these, they will actually rot. So you can think of this as being almost like it feels like a garlic clove. And if you leave a garlic clove in water for 6 hours, what's gonna happen? It's just gonna get mushy and weird. Ranunculus, not the case, okay? So make sure you soak them. And you can actually tell the difference. Look at the size difference between soaked and non-soaked. This guy is totally dry and it feels super like leathery. This actually feels like roots, and you can see that it's puffed up. The actual storage compartments of this Ranunculus have actually rehydrated and have started to swell and are ready for planting. I know everybody's time is valuable. Let's be quick and let's be clean on the instructions on how to plant these. So soak them. Prep your soil. I watered this pot 2 days ago. It needs to be fully moist. There's high quality seed starting mix in here and compost. I've broken it up. Now the most important part after soaking it is make sure fingers down, okay? These are the root systems. It's gonna sprout from here. And this is literally how I'm going to plant them. I'm not measuring. I'm gonna go, I don't know, somewhere between, I'd say 2 to 3 inches down, and I'm spreading them out. The spacing on Ranunculus can be anywhere from, you can get away with as little as like 3 inches apart. I'm gonna put these pretty close together because I want a beautiful, vibrant display. So anywhere from, I don't know, 3 to 6 inches, and you'll notice that there is some really small ones. Go ahead and plant those. Those are still gonna sprout. These all get covered. Nice little love tap. There we go. Done. Ranunculus need to be continued to be hydrated and watered until they sprout. So I will keep a lookout on this pot and make sure it doesn't completely dry out while they're sprouting. Now in contrast, Freesias, very similar. They want to be planted with the pointy side up into good high quality seed starting mix, but you don't pre-soak them, and keep in mind that freesias can rot if they are kept too wet during the sprouting period, which it might take anywhere from a month to 2 months for these freesias to pop through the soil. So you have to be patient. You don't want the soil to be bone dry, but you also don't want it to be soaking wet because they can actually rot in the ground. You can see I did about 3-inch spacing. I don't want them to be too crowded. I'm going to use these as cut flowers, so they're a little bit closer than some people might put them. And voila! This soil was pre-moistened yesterday. I'm not going to water it again on the freesias because, again, I don't want to rot them. Whereas the ranunculus, I can give this another watering and they'll be perfectly fine. Now it's up to me just to wait and watch. I'll be out here staring, waiting to see when they sprout. So when are you going to plant these in zone 9 and 10? You're going to plant them in the fall because we have very mild winters and these can grow all the way through the winter in zone 9 and 10. You'll notice that I have them in pots. I prefer to do them in pots because I can easily dig them up at the end of the season and I don't end up losing them to gophers. They're less likely to rot. I also have them in a semi-shaded part of the garden because it's so hot right now. As the temperatures get cooler and the shadows get longer, I will actually move these pots more into direct sun. And another great thing about the pots is when the ranunculus are in full bloom and totally beautiful and the freesias are super fragrant, I move them onto my patio so I can enjoy them every single day. All right, now I know we were rocking and rolling through all of this information. If you missed anything, make sure you check out the link to our blog, which will give you more growing information on how to grow ranunculus and freesias in the fall in zone 9 and 10. So make sure you like and subscribe if you're a gardener in zone 9 and 10 and you want our help to grow the most beautiful, bountiful garden possible. And we would love it if you comment on this video. What are plants or flowers specifically that you love growing in the garden that you would love us to carry? We have 2 different collections of ranunculus and spoiler alert, we might get more. So tell me, what colors do you love? What are you looking to grow in your garden and what we can help provide to you? All right, now remember the key takeaways. It's very important that you soak or rehydrate your ranunculus corms. If you don't do it and you just stick them in the ground dry, you're not going to be very lucky. Don't soak them for more than 6 hours really. And in zone 9 and 10, you don't need to sprout them. We have this amazing long growing season. Don't take on that extra work because you don't need to do it. Now, in contrast to that, if you soak your freesias, you will rot them. So don't soak your freesias, soak your ranunculus, and you don't need to pre-sprout any of them because we live in this amazing climate that doesn't require it. All right, the best part of every video is when we get to go shopping. So we have a limited quantity of freesias. This is an amazing rainbow mix. I couldn't decide which colors, so we got them all. Then we also have 2 curated collections that we put together, which have really cool names. Sunset Romance Collection. It's basically cut flower gardener's dream, every beautiful salmon color that you can think of for arrangements. And then we have another rainbow collection. We have another rainbow collection because, again, some of us just like every single color. You can find these all online on our website. Very limited quantities, so make sure you get yours today. Once we're sold out for the year.